What's up, guys? So I tried reaching Immortal using Masha. It's been a long time since I last used her, and a lot of people have also been requesting a Masha video. Before this game, I was at 98 stars and just 2 wins away from Immortal. I used Masha as a roamer in this match because I think that's the best role for her right now. Although after this game, I also used her in the EXP lane. As you can see, ever since I reached top global with Masha, I haven't really used her that much. Not many people watch when it's Masha content, or maybe YouTube just doesn't recommend my Masha videos anymore because I already have a lot of videos about her. And she's also not in the meta right now. She struggles against meta heroes, but against non-meta heroes like her, I'd still say she's on top. I played this game before the patch update, and the patch actually came out while I was editing this video. They already released the buffs on the defense items, making it tougher for damage fighters this season, including Masha. They're really out of the meta right now, and sustain heroes and some tanks will become even more meta. We actually killed Diggy here, and he turned into an egg, and we could have killed him again here if someone had followed Diggy, but they didn't. Too bad, that could have been another kill. Masha is really strong when the enemies are squishy because she can burst them from early to late game. But against meta fighters, she really struggles, and her only real chance is in the late game, which becomes even harder if your teammates are bad and the enemy gets ahead early. Yujin used his ult here and zoned our jungler, so I followed him to kill him and stop him from pressuring our jungler. But in the end, our jungler still died and we lost our retribution holder. Their jungler also died though. But Lapu said we should continue taking the turtle and give it to the enemy, so they wouldn't fall too far behind since we were ahead in kills. I went to the gold lane here because it would be a problem if this Ixia snowballed. I really like the CC immunity from Masha's ultimate, and I actually dodged 2 enemy CC skills here. But Diggy had his ultimate, so I couldn't kill them. Still, the cooldown on that ult is long. I do this whenever I'm stacking energy, and I feel like I don't need to recall yet since I still have 2 HP bars. It's faster to stack on jungle creeps than on minions, and it's better because the enemy has no vision on me. And because of that, I'll be able to kill Diggy since he no longer has his ult to save him from turning into an egg. Here, I already forced Diggy to use his ult on himself again earlier. That was a huge factor in this fight, and we ended up winning it. After that, we also secured the turtle. I just waited here in the bush and tried to kill anyone who passed by. This is what's good about Masha. If you're good at hiding in bushes, she's like Saber, who can instantly kill an enemy. Actually, she's even better than Saber if you ask me, because there are heroes Saber can't burst, and once that happens, he's basically doomed. Masha can do a lot more. But I might rarely use her this season because of the meta. I'll try some heroes that I think will become meta after the update in my next videos, so stay tuned. This is one annoying thing when it happens. I mean, when you want to lose an HP bar so your ultimate will cool down quickly, and you're just a little away from losing that HP bar, but it doesn't happen. So the enemy still escapes. Actually, it happened twice when I tried to kill Joy. Some players really stick to a specific combo no matter who their opponents are, right? Like in this game, this Ixia and Diggy combo. It's useless here because Diggy is so easy to burst. Or at the very least, we can force him to use his ultimate on himself because of our heroes. And if Diggy has no ult, Ixia is helpless because we can easily dive her. Although in this part, even though Diggy had his ultimate, his reaction was too late because I already burst Ixia before he used it. I was just stacking energy on the Lord here, but it can also be used as bait for the enemy. And Joy actually dove in alone, so we were able to kill her. After that, we got the opportunity to secure the Lord even without a jungler. I decided not to build Malefic Roar anymore in this game because the enemy didn't have any tanky heroes, and I was already ahead, so it was fine. But if the enemy is winning, even without a tanky lineup, it's still good to prioritize Malefic Roar. The situation was going really well here, but the enemy base locked onto me. So yeah, I ended up dying, but it's fine, because the game was basically over anyway, and I reached 99 stars after that match. The next game was supposed to be my 100th star, and all my teammates were mythical immortal. And guess what? This match became really difficult, especially since I was playing Masha in the EXP lane. And honestly, my teammates didn't even feel like immortal players. 2 enemies died, and it should have been an easy turtle as long as we zoned their jungler out. You could already see how many big resources we used earlier, so after getting the turtle, we should have backed off, especially since the enemy backup was arriving. It's really hard to overstay in situations like that, but 2 of my teammates still tried to fight, and of course they died. They couldn't kill Eamon because Kadita already used her ultimate. Why can't you realize something that simple? Even if I joined them, sure, maybe we could have killed Eamon, but I'd just die along with their stupidity. And yes, Alucard still dove in alone. Then Kadita just ended up blaming me for not being stupid like them. I just waited for Arlott here in the bush. I got my eye on you. I just read his IGN, but he almost outplayed me. He wasn't using a damage build, he was on a sustain build, so it was harder for me to burst him. Guys, when you set up like this and the enemy gets CC'd inside the bush, don't step out of the bush, because it creates a blind spot, just like what happened here. Sylvana should have died, but she suddenly disappeared from my vision, and I ended up dying because the enemy backup arrived. I just went for a split push here because I was also having a hard time dealing with the enemies. It's difficult to burst them, especially when they're all grouped together. I thought I could kill Eve here since she's just a mage, but I still couldn't. Good thing Kupra was there to sacrifice himself. I just stayed in the bush waiting for them to be isolated, and Eve was still overconfident even without Flicker, so we killed her.
Ever try to fool me?
I didn't expect Sylvana already had Winter Crown here. That's why they were able to kill me. This is probably my worst Masha game this season, and it happened right when I was about to reach Mythical Immortal. We were about to lose because they left the Lord pushing in the bottom lane. Eve built brute force breastplate here, so she was harder to kill. But as long as the enemy is alone, it's still doable, even if she uses Flicker. The real problem is when they're grouped together. I baited the enemies toward the bush where Kadita was waiting, and it worked. We killed 2 of them, although I also died. But it was worth it because Arlott got shut down and we gained a lot of gold. I was planning to wait for Eamon here, but I think he smelled me coming. But this Moskov was acting so brave. I thought he was going to fight the enemies alone, but he still ended up running in the end. My teammates thought they could end the game in mid lane because we had the numbers advantage, but the enemies had really strong defense. You could already tell the minions wouldn't be enough. And yeah, even before the minions arrived, they were already dead. I just went for a split push here since the Lord was in the top lane and we were missing 2 teammates. Then I saw that only Sylvana was defending. I knew I could kill her as long as I managed to get close. She did have Winter Crown, but she couldn't even use it because I killed her while she was still petrified. After that, I managed to push the bottom inhibitor turret, and the enemies started to panic. Eve tried something flashy here, but it backfired, and she ended up dying. I killed Eva before I died, and it was worth it. Then the enemies left their teammates at the Lord, so my teammates killed them, and because of that, only Natan was left to defend. Honestly, this game almost didn't end, because Natan nearly defended it. If he focused the minions, we might not have finished, since my teammate wasn't focusing the turret. I accidentally got the MVP here. Very unexpected because this was honestly my worst game.